Hi, welcome back to our 6/8 lessons, Afro-Cuban 6/8 that is. Now I want to show you a couple more patterns that work with Bembe and start to show you some variations and how to improvise on 6/8. So, um, one of the patterns I like to use that's different than before on the bass drum is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's something about that 3 that is similar to a low conga or a bass tone on a conga that sounds really good in the groove. So I'm going to start by playing the same groove I did before, bell pattern and clave, and pulse, of course, on the hi-hat. And I'm going to incorporate this 3 in each measure on the bass drum. So meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes that sounds really good rather than just having the downbeat. Now, you can also play the pulse on the bass drum, and I find some drummers do that, but it's not always necessary in the music. You just have to make a judgment call on that. But if you did, it would sound like this. So the hi-hat and bass drum would be unison. Maybe in more of an Afro-pop context, that could work. But mostly in Bembe, I would say the more sparse bass drum pattern sounds better for the music. Gives more space to the bass line. That's one reason. Now, I want to show you a pattern that's kind of tricky. It's kind of subtle, but it sounds really good, and I've used it a lot with percussion. So it's mainly a cross-stick pattern, and it's kind of interweaving with the bell pattern. So I'll show you what it is, and then I'll explain it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the actual pattern of the cross stick combined with the bell. So it creates this kind of ping-ponging effect, kind of like the cascara if you played it like that. So you can see the mambo lessons for that. So it creates the same kind of effect, and it sounds good with percussion because it fills it in nicely, but the main thing you hear is the bell pattern. Okay, so here are some things to think about when you practice 6/8. One, whatever you play on the bass drum and snare drum, you should be able to play anywhere in the measure. So you need to work on coordination exercises to do that because not all the music is going to be the same and not all the grooves are going to be the same. You might have a written bass line. You might have a written bass line with piano that somebody composed, and it might be off where you're normally used to putting the bass drum. So I think it's important to be able to play anywhere in the bar. So here's a little coordination exercise. You can take the bell pattern, the clave in the left hand, pulse in the left foot, and just play 1, play 2, play 3, play 4, etc. over the 2 bars. So it's basically just 12 notes that you have to play. So what I'm going to do is do that 4 times each, just so you get an idea. And of course you can extend it to 8, 16, whatever. But just make sure it really hits where it's supposed to hit and that you don't have to think about it too much, that you know where it is, you can feel where it is. At first you might have to count it, but it's worth putting the work into. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 'Okay, so that's a good exercise because you really have to relax with it. That's the main thing. Relax and get it in the pocket. And if it's not in the pocket, keep repeating it until it really settles. And then you'll be able to play any note that you see in a chart or that you hear somebody playing. And it's nice to be able to put the bass drum in different places to keep refreshing the groove. Because if you just play the same thing over and over, it gets a little stale after a while. So we'll get into improvisation in the next section. See you then.